तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमिदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपेन्द्रियाण्यपजलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धयोपास्त्वहमतिभ्रान्ता विष्णुवादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमिदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करुणोपसंहृत्यो भूषुषुप्तः पुमान् रागस्वाप्समितिप्रबोधसमये यात्रित्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमैदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपजागुदादिषु तथा सर्वाष्वस्थाष्वपि यावृत्ताश्वनुवर्तमानमहनिच्छन्तः स्फुरन्तः सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोतु भजितां यो भद्र्या मुद्रया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमिदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया सुस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पुत्रपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृत वा येष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमिदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भंश्यनडोऽनडम्बरमहन्नादो हिमासु पुमान् इच्छाभाति चराचरात्मं यस्यैमुच्चष्टकं न अन्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते मृषतान्यस्मात् परस्मादुगोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमिदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतस्मादमंस्तवे तेना शस्त्रवणा तदद्धमरणा ध्याना च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतसहितं स्यात् ईश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चैश्वर्यमव्याहतं श्रीमद्गुरो निखिलवेदशिरो निगूढ ब्रह्मात्मबोधसुखसान्दर्पणो महात्मन् श्रीकान्तवाक्पतिमुखाकलदेवसङ्घान् स्वात्मावबोधकपरेश नमो नमस्ते। ओं नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रसादाय श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रीमत्परमहंसाचार्य श्रीमच्छंकराचार्य दक्षिणामूर्तये संपूर्णं हरिः ओं तत्सत्। Shall we ignite Aarti? Aarti now itself or at the end of the session? Huh? There is Aarti, our Guru Parampara Aarti there.
ओं परमात्मने नमो नमः। आरत्रिकं समर्पयामि। करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयरवीन्द्रे एवं भवानी श्रीतं नमामि। ओं नमः आरत्रिकं नमो ओं श्रीकृष्णाय संप्रदायामि। ओं नमः ओम मंत्रदाता गुरुदेवं संपदे गुरुबुद्धि हम संपदयामि। ओम परमात्मने नमो नमः। परमात्मने नमो नमः। ओम परमात्मने नमो नमः। ओम प्रलय प्रयोधि जले धितवान शिवेदं चरित्रमखेदं केशवभीत मीन शरीर जय जगदीश जय जगदीश हरे। क्षितिरिह विपुलतर तव तिष्ठति पृष्ठे धरणी धरणीं चक्रवरिष्ठे केशवभीत कच्छपरूप जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय तव तिष्ठति पृष्ठे धीत कच्छपरूप जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। সকলে মরিবদনা কেশবধিত শুকর রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে দলিত হরিণুক শিকুতলুভিঙ্গম কেশবধিত নরহরি রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে পদনিখরিজন পাবন কেশবধিত বামন রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে দশমুখমৌলি কেশবধিত রাম শরীর জয় জগদীশ হরে स्वामिष्टिगुरुभ्यो नमः ओम देवोभगुरुभक्तिभ्यो नमः मंत्रदाता गुरुवे नमो नमः ओम दीक्षादाता गुरुवे नमो ओम परमात्मने नमो आशीर्वादमस्तु भक्तवर्गान्
So, we chant Om Virajati Duhane Pache Swami Dorasmaya Duhana Suryana Shumahamahari Chalamaya Sarvani Rupani Saraya Namani Rupabhagaste Swami Ramananda Divya Mangalam
Swami Shri Shivananda Divya Mangalam Swami Ramananda Divya Mangalam Swami Shri Shivananda
Divya Mangalam Mahima Charitaya Mahita Mangalam Mahayogi Vareyaya Mahita Mangalam Yogi Sadeswaraya Divya Mangalam Yoga Ratna Parampadaya Divya Mangalam Yogi Sadeswaraya Divya Mangalam Raja Yoga Ratna Parampadaya Divya Mangalam Siddhayogi Kastutyaya Bhavya Mangalam Siddhayogi Dayakaya Bhavya Mangalam Swami Ramananda Divya Mangalam Swami Shri Shivananda Divya Mangalam Shishya-Vrinda-Vanditaya Saksha-Siva-Swarupaya Nirati-Se-Sukha-Pradaya Nitya-Mangalam Shishya-Vrinda-Vanditaya Saksha-Siva-Swarupaya Nirati-Se-Sukha-Pradaya Nitya-Mangalam Nirmalaya Prasantaya Nikhila-Veda-Vedaya Nirmalaya Prasantaya Nikhila-Veda-Vedaya Nirmala-Brahmaya Nitya-Mangalam Nityamangalam Nityamangalam Om Sri Samadha Sadguru Satchidananda Sri Swami Ramananda Brahma Pujai Om Sadguru Sri Shivananda Sadguru Sri Krishna Paramatma Pujai Ananda Kapura Nirajanam Sapyami Nirajanantram Suddhachamim Sapyami Om Sri Shurdeta Brahma
Okay. అమ్మ కూర్చో అక్కడ కూర్చోండి హారతి ఇవ్వలేదుగా హారతి ఇవ్వలేదు అమ్మా అలంకారం యా లెట్స్ డు హారతి అలంకారం ఫస్ట్ all the alankaram and then harati and then we will meet and talk all whatever. No, first just do the alankaram completely.
This is life.
Om Krishnamallaya Namo Namaha Santunaya Namo Namaha Santunaya
একটা বাজালে হবে ঘরে বসে কম করবে এটা
కొంచెం
ओम विष्णु ओम विष्णु ओम भगवं गुरुदेवाय समर्पयामि सौभाग्यं गतिरं मम सिंदूराभरणं समर्पयामि सर्वलोकानां श्रियापरमयाजितं सिद्धरतिलकं इति अस्तु ललाटतरमण्डलम् ओम सिंदूराभरणं समर्पयामि पहिले देखो स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु
Where are your children? Children?
They're in school. Yeah.
In school, somewhere.
Yeah, right. They put one at a time, yeah. Okay.
So much. You are doing so much.
Durga Mata. That's
She is
Durga Mata.
decorating like Durga Mata.
Lakshmi Devi.
వాళ్ళ దుర్గా మాతను ఎక్కువ చేస్తారు కదా.
Friday, right? Today is Friday.
Krishna is towards Lakshmi.
That's so thoughtful.
You have to put a cloth on the paper towel. You have to put a paper towel on
What is this?
or a cloth on it. Yeah.
గురుగారు కూడా అట్లా డెకరేట్ చేయాలి.
చేయాలి మరి టాపిల్లో.
నాకు ఐడియానే రాలేదు, ఏదో చేసేది నాకు ఐడియానే రాలేదు ఇవన్నీ.
Last time on 15th, the Dasara festival, she was in the stage of Sri Krishna. Yes. That photo everybody enjoyed in India and in Malaysia also. She sat by the side of us, you know, Mudula.
జరగాలి.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Nepali,
Yeah.
Bihari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Didi.
Is it necessary for males also?
Vishnu also Vishnu and Lakshmi.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా పర్వాలేదు, అన్నీ చేస్తే చాలా ఇంకొంచెం
జస్ట్ బెండ్ అది ఇంకా బెండ్ చేయాలి, ఇంకా బెండ్ చేయాలి, ఇంకా బెండ్ చేయాలి. Whatever you are all decorating, it is being dedicated to our gurus. Inside, I am dedicating to my guru, your Parama Guru, Swami Ramananda Paramahansa, and his guru, Swami Siddhayogi. So, all is gratitude, everything is dedicated to them.
So beautiful. మరి పట్టుకున్న వాళ్ళకి
గురుదేవ
Okay, go.
1 second. Let me take blessing.
Sharanjani. Narayana, Gurudeva.
You want a picture?
And of course, there is the Krishna.
इसको हाथ में बांधो
ఆయన కడతాడు గురు నువ్వు చెయ్యి
Left side. Prana. Adhikasya adhikam phala.
బలం జరుగు
In Naimisharanyam, India, in Naimisharanyam, they will tie this thread. Right here. Narayana,
మృదుల నో మ్యారీ Took lotus or something. else.
Lotus?
Yeah, don't know that flower.
Gurudeva. अधिकम दीर्घ सुमंगिरी Shall I call something?
Yeah, on Guruji.
Just a few words.
Yeah.
So check what to do next.
Can you put this one over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I want to take this.
Okay. Let me take a picture. Oh yeah, now.
Shall I talk a few words?
Yes, sir.
अपना नाम क्या है?
बुद्धदेव भट्टाचार्य। बुद्धदेव भट्टाचार्य।
भट्टाचार्य। कोलकाता और उड़ीसा?
ना, कलकत्ता।
कोलकाता। मुझे मालूम हुआ।
कलकत्ता।
बैठिए बैठिए।
He's Durga Badi temple based, and also there is
Please introduce some of you.
Jaydev. He is also Durga Badi based.
Assistant.
Wife. It's a Gurudev wife and this is Jaydev.
So welcome. Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Today I am very happy to visit the place of Srimati Mrudula and her husband Vinay, which is situated in the Pier land of Poscha. Today is 21st October 2022. We got this gratitude by you all by arranging a priest and decorating all these things. These are all due to the blessings of our Gurus. The blessings of our Gurus. He brought us and bless you all at this place. This is all due to you are my devotee. You are practicing my Siddhayogi. And you are also a disciple of Srimati Usha Rani in Vienna and other things. So Usha and Prabhakar, they are the initiators of this America. So they are the beginners of America. When I was giving online and I am giving lectures on online, we started giving this online Upadesham also, first to Srimati Usha Rani and her husband Prabhakar, Usha Prabhakar. Afterwards, you joined Gurudula. You are native of Kathmandu, Nepal. This is only to introduce to others. And you also you also belong to Bihar. Bihar. And our another devotee, Usha Ranjini, she is also belong to this area, Houston. So in Houston, we have visited first sugar land of Usha Rani and Prabhakar. Next, few days back, that is on 13th of
16.
16th.
16.
So we visited Usha Ranjani's house. Her husband is Dr. Gopi, Krishna Gopi. And afterwards, this is the third place of Houston. So Mrudula is so lucky enough to be the disciple of our Guru Parampara. This is a very rare Guru Parampara. Most of the people who are doing some sadhana, but this is a traditional good old Sanatana Brahma Vidya taught by our beloved Sri Krishna Paramatma in Bhagavad Gita. What Lord Sri Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita is taught to you through my lineage. That is nothing but this Buddhi Yogam or Yogam, Antarmukha Pranayamam or Siddhayogam or Kriya Yogam. Like that, there are so many names are there for this Antarmukha Pranayam. This Antarmukha Yogam that is told in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna started in second chapter itself. In the 39th slokam, he started Eshate Abhita Sakhe Buddhayoget Pemasunu Buddhayukto Yaya Partha Karmapantham Prahasasi. For any seeker, first a guru will have to teach the Advaita philosophy first. That means to get away the misery from the devotee. First of all, he will tell the Advaitam. Advaita means there is nothing apart from you. But wherever you see that Atman only, there is nothing to be grieved, because whoever dies, he is nothing but Atman only. Atman will never perish or dies. So you are also Atma. So there is nothing like that killing and dying. So that is only a single entity existing there. That is told in Sankhya Yogam of Bhagavad Gita. But nobody can have that firm opinion about this Advaitam. To have this firm opinion, practically we have to understand this Buddhi Yogam. That is Lord Sri Krishna started Buddhi Yogam means that Yogam which will give you to Buddhi, that is wisdom, intellect. So to get the intellect, you have to practice this with the Buddhi Yogam. Unless you practice this Antarmukha Pranayamam, your mind can never be concentrated, because it always oscillates, All the persons who are trying to know about God, they could not get this concentration because of oscillation of our mind. This oscillation of mind is only due to our respirations. There are respirations, these respirations, they are regularly going downwards, but little is going upwards. In that way, we are losing much energy from the brain. We are losing divine energy. So unless you take it back, unless you withdraw the energy which is going out through your respirations, you can never have the concentration of mind. But nowadays, most of the people, they are trying to concentrate the mind just by doing meditation or something like that. See, first of all, without knowing the exact nature of mind, you can never have the concentration of mind. Mind is like a flame, that the flame always flickers due to the influence of the air currents. If you put flame in the midst of the air, that always flickers. That flickering is due to air currents. If you want to make your mind still or concentrated, you have to stop the air currents outside which are influencing the flame. So like that, we have to concentrate our mind by regulating our breath. The secret of breath is nothing but this Antarmukha Pranayama. So if you have control over the breath, then only your mind will become still and it will be concentrated. Without knowing this, in meditation or whatever the effort you do, we are trying to directly catch hold of this mind, which is like a flame. You can never catch the flame, unless you catch the factor which is influencing the flame is nothing but air. That air is now it is in the form of vital force in our body, that is called prana shakti. So you should have control over the prana shakti, then only your mind gets concentrated. That the concentrated mind itself is God. That is supreme energy. Lord Sri Krishna, Yogeshwara, is that concentration of that mind only. He is called Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means he is master of Yogam, Prabhu. Yogeshwara. So because he not only experienced, he is originally that Paramatma only, he taught this method of doing Yogam to Arjuna in the form of Bhagavad Gita. So there is nothing apart from this Antarmukha Yogam in this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says mainly Yogam and Jnanam. Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastri, Sri Krishna Samvadi, at the end of every chapter, Lord Sri Krishna told about this Yogam only and Brahma Vidya. So without practicing this pranayama, there is no question of uttering the word about Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya means that is the effort to know the Brahman. How can you know the Brahman? Though you are a Brahman, but your mind is going on oscillating. When it is oscillating, you can never go to the state of Brahman. There is a hindrance between the Brahman and yourself. You are now called as individual soul, but the Brahman is above. So if you want to reach there, you have to remove the barrier, that is the mind, which is oscillating. So try to have the grip over the mind by having grip over the life force. That life force which is always going downwards, try to take it upwards. That can never be done all of a sudden, within 1 minute or 2 minutes, but you have to practice it regularly. But it is very easy to practice. That is told by Lord Sri Krishna, Vachakshava gamam dhanyam susukam kartumam. It is very easy to practice and it will yield you the most wonderful results simultaneously and spontaneously also. Because till now you are losing energy and knowledge, happiness and divine light through our respiration. When you are trying to take them back, Guru Akya Sushumnayam Viparito Bhavet Japaha. In Yoga Sikopanishad, by the Upadesha, initiation from a Guru, you take the respirations upwards and inside. That is called Antarmukha, Urdhvamukha. See, everybody is trying to get concentration by going to subconscious state. See, meditation means most of the people, we are simply closing the eyes and going to subconscious state and feeling that I am getting away from these worldly thoughts. Worldly thoughts will be reduced only at two contexts. One is by going to sleep, another is by going to superconscious state of this samadhi. So when you reach the samadhi state only, your thought will be gone. Otherwise, you will be regularly minimizing or no thoughts during your sleep. So before going to sleep, most of the people simply doing meditation and bending their heads without knowing what they are doing. See, meditation means meditation not to simply close the eyes. You should know where from you have come. You have come from above, from the mother's womb. You have started from here. You are going downwards regularly, 15 times per minute, 900 times per day, per hour, and 21,600 per day. And in every expiration, downwards, you are losing more energy. That is up to 10 centimeters or 4 inches. That energy, if you count like that, per day, it will amount to 2.16 kilometers. So that much energy and knowledge and happiness, when you are losing out, where the question of knowing about God? Where the question of knowing about God? Unless you reserve, withdraw and control the energy which we are losing, you can never understand who is God. God is nothing but supreme energy. So if you want to know about the God, you have to understand in terms of energy only. That energy is lacking in us. Because of loss of energy, with this little mental energy, we are succumbed to so many diseases and depression, whatnot. Whatever you are facing misery in this outside this family, this samsaram, all these are all due to nothing but due to deficiency of mental energy. Energy will be elicited by friction. Without a friction, there is no energy. So if you want to get energy, you do friction inside. By doing friction in the sense, you do pranayama inside, because this is going regularly downwards. You have to take it upwards. How to take it up? There is a method there that should be taught by a guru. So unless without knowing the upadesa or initiation from a learned guru, just by seeing books or by seeing YouTube or by impractical people, there is no use of doing all this pranayama. Till now, most of the people, they are mainly concentrating on the external air. See, all these people are thinking that whatever the prana shakti is there in the atmospheric air, and simply taking inside and keeping there in the lungs, calling it as pranayama. This is not pranayama, this is only swasayama. Because swasa means you are taking air both in and up from external atmospheric air. But whereas this pranayama, because you are living this divine force inside, that is being regularly thrown out through your respirations, you have to take it back. How to? Because there is an obstruction in that pathway. That obstruction is nothing but kapham or phlegm. That phlegm is responsible for all the diseases and ultimately death also. That's why we call it as expired. We call it as expired. So if you want to get rid of all the diseases, and ultimately if you want to get away from the death also, you have to go upwards. You have to go upwards. That he told him. Bhagavad Gita, Sparshan Kutva, Bahirpahyan, Chakshushaiva, Antare Bhruvo, Pranapanam, Samo Kutva, Nasa, Pyantara Charino. That is there in 25th sloka, 5th chapter, Bhagavad Gita. Like that in the 6th chapter, Uddhared Atmanatmanam, Atmanam Avsadit, Atmaya Shatpino Bandhara, Atmaya Vipuratmanaha. And in the 6th chapter also, Samankaya Sirogrivam, Dharayan Nachalam Siraha, Samprekshan Nashikagam Samudi Sachan Avalokyan. And in the 4th chapter also, Apane Juhvati Pranam, Prane Panam, Tadhapare, Pranapan Gatirudha, Pranayama Parayana. All these slokas are telling about this Antarmukha Pranayama only. But the people who are teaching, who are telling about Bhagavad Gita, they are not at all trying to know what is the essence of Bhagavad Gita told by Lord Sri Krishna. Lord Sri Krishna. So whoever wants to pray God, whoever wants to pray Lord Sri Krishna, whoever wants to realize by himself, you have to go internally upwards. That is through our Antarmukha Pranayama or Siddhayogi. This is otherwise called Pranavam. When you are doing this pranayama, you will get the sound, Rest of the methods, whatever you are doing, you are not at all getting any sound. But during this pranayama, particularly this pranayama, this is giving rise to sound. That's why in 8th chapter, Omit Chakaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Manasmaran Ya Prayadi Chajanteham Sayati Paramangitam. Everywhere it is told in Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you want to tell about Vedantam, that is told in Bhagavad Gita. Prayana Kale Manasachalena Bhatya Yukto Yogabalena Cheva Bhrur Majje Pranam Avesa Samyak Satam Param Purusham Upaiti Divi. In the 8th chapter, Paramatma clearly says that unless you enter through a hole in the brain by means of pranayama, that is the end of the prayana kala. Prayana kala means there are two types of prayana kala, going outwards and going inwards. See, we are leaving this body by two means. One is by simply going outwards, that is ordinary death. Whereas another thing is you have to go inwards, upwards, that is the ultimate death. That is, you will die only once. But if you go outside, you will die so many times because of getting so many births. So, in Kabir Das, he says, Marte Marte Jagmara, na marna hoy, Aisa marna na jana hoy, Ram duare jomare, na marna hoy. In Kabir says like this. Everybody dies, but he doesn't know how to die. But if you die at the Rama Dwaram, there is a door at the Rama. This is the door he is situated here. That is Brahmarandharam. Above that there is a Buddhi Guha. There is a shell in the third ventricle of the brain. if you enter there with your life force by doing this pranayama, then na marna hoy, you can never die again. You die only once, you are already born, you die only once by going upward. But if you leave the body from this body, gross body, you will again have to reborn. You will get birth and death cycle. So there is no end for it. So you have to cut the birth and death cycle, you have to come up, withdraw your energy, take it upwards and put it here, then only there ends the matter. That is the state of samadhi. That is told by Lord Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Understand? These are all few words about Lord Sri Krishna and about the Hindu culture, Hindu philosophy, Sanatana Dharma, Hindu Dharma. The Hindu Dharma is nothing but taking your own pranashakti and putting it here. That is Hindu Dharma. See, most of the people, they are thinking that this Hindu Dharma belongs to a particular sects of people, religion. It is not like that. Hindu means Hindu. Hindu means moon. So if you keep your life force from here to here, that will, this is moon here. There is a moon here. There is a sun here. The sun is in the form of red blood. That is the hemoglobin in the blood. That is sun. And there is a vital energy that is there in the brain. That is called Hindu. Hindu, Hindu. One who keeps his own suklam by doing pranayama and keeps here, then only he is called Hindu. Whoever may be, who puts this life force upwards, he is called Hindu. That is Hindu Dharma. That's not belonging to a particular sect or religion or any creed or any region, something like that. Lord Sri Krishna is a Paramatma. He told everywhere and he preached this only, not only a particular sect of people. Whoever tries this, he is called Hindu. So this is Hindu Dharma. Understand? Okay. Anybody, if you want question, please.
कर्मण्यम अधिकारस्तु मा फलेषु कदाचन.
Kadachana. Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu mate sankostu. What does it you want?
If any person have not aimed their life, if any persons have aim of life, then why he will pass their life to the go to the activities?
So because of previous impressions, mental impressions, you know, there is called vasana bala. Did you ever hear that word? Vasana means the mental impressions of this world from the previous birth that is being carried out to this body. So as long as they are there, you will do karma outside. You are supposed to do karma outside. So in order to cut this this cycle, you have to do karma within. When you do karma within and upward, that is called karma yogam. When you do karma outside, that is called karma. But Lord Sri Krishna says, you know, karmanyeva adhikaraste. Here, what does he mean, you know? This is not meant for doing karma outside. He is using the singular number, karmani eva. Karmani means singular. If it is plural, karmani. If it is plural, he will tell karmani. But he is telling that karmani eva. You have to do a particular karma. With that only, ma phaleshu kadachana. Because this yoga karma, when you do this inside, you will get away from the fruits of the karma. Yukta karma phalam chakva satyamaproti naishtikim ayukta kamakarena phalesuktu nebhajyate. That is there in 5th chapter. Only a yogi will be away from the karma phala. Whatever the karma you do, you will have to face the karma phala, you know. So this, to avoid this karma phala, you have to do this pranayama. Buddhi yukto jahateha ubhe sukru dukkate tasmad yoga yujjasya yoga karmasa kausalam. In the 2nd chapter it says, whatever you do, good karma, bad karma outside, you will be away from this karma phala, because this yogam, this Antarmukha yogam will keep you away from this karma phalam. Jahati iha, he will leave it here itself, whether it's good or bad. And tasma yoga yujjasya yoga karma. So therefore you have to do pranayama. You do yogam. This has got that skill to get away from this karma phala. Whereas a person who is not doing any this pranayama, naturally will be touched with this karma phala. With that only he will be reborn again. So everybody is doing karma Not only doing karma, whatever even the Pashyan, Srunvan, Jigran, Asnan, Sopan, like that, all these movements of the eyelids, even the swasa, even the whatever you call taking and leaving, walking, all these, you're sleeping, all these will come under, they will come under karma. So nobody can avoid this karma. While you are doing this, all these karmas, you have to do a particular karma. That particular karma is yogam. That's why he says, karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturgohu mate sangostva karmani. He says, particularly stressing that word, mate sangostva karmani. See, this particular karma told by Lord Sri Krishna, you should never avoid. Never try to avoid. You have to do this yogam and do wage the war. If you want to attend the war, you have to do this yogam, and then only you can get away from the karma phala of that war. That's why in the second chapter also, Paramatma says, Sukha dukkhe samekutva labha labha jayo jayo tato yuddhaya jasya naivam papam avapyase. Did you hear that slokam? Good. Sukha dukkhe samekutva, with the balanced mind only. Whatever the action you do, generally you don't get sin. Otherwise you will get sin. So to get the balanced mind, you have to do this pranayama. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Understand? So karma, whatever, wherever Lord Sri Krishna says karma, singular, he is using karma means that is nothing but this Antarmukha Yogam only. That is Buddhi Yogam, what he means. In 18th chapter also, Chetasa Sarvakarmani, Maisanyasya Matparaha, Buddhi Yogam Upasakya Machitta Sapatambhava, 18th chapter. Whatever you are doing, you will never be touched with this karma phala, because when you are doing this buddhi yogam upasakya machitta satatambhava, you resort for this buddhi yogam, and then only you will keep your mind within me, and you will never be touched with the karma what you are doing outside. That is the secret and the essence of this Bhagavad Gita.
Just one question. And second chapter of the Gita. Second chapter of the Gita.
Yes.
Jatasya hi dhruvamittu dhruvajanma vitasya.
Tasmad aprihate nattam sochit. See, that is the version. How the people are thinking that is, he uttered that. Not that he is confirming. Not that he is one who gets birth, he has to die. That is the version of the people who are telling like that he has uttered that. But in the 4th chapter, he told again, Janma karma cha me divim evam yoti veveta tatataha chakva deham punat janma naiti mahaveti suvarjana. That is the real version he is told. Janma karma cha, because in the previous slokas he is told like this. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata apyudhanam adharmasya tadhatmanam dhamyam paritranaya sadhuna vinayasaya dukshitam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge ge. So like that, after that, uttering these two slokas, he is telling, because though I am not born, but appear to be born, and with the help of this illusion or Maya, I am taking all these births and something like that. So if one who knows about my real nature, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, he is uttering that word Divyam, so he is never touched with anything.
Have you faith in Vivek policy? Why?
What is it?
Have you faith in the rebirth policy?
What quality?
Have you faith in rebirth policy?
Rebirth.
No. See, that's why he is saying that Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Evam Yoveti Tatataha Chatva Deham Punarjanma Navidyate. That is the real version. One who does this pranayama and absorbed into me, he will never get rebirth again. But in the beginning, he is telling that is the version of the common man. Jata se dhruva mrityu dhruva. When there is a single entity, where is the question of being born and death?
If any persons have no rebirth policy,
Yes.
so how he will suffer the activities of his work?
Because when you are, see, first of all, to know about the Vedantam, first we should know where we are. We are with respirations, Are you with respirations or not?
Yes.
When you are respirations, when you are losing energy through the expiration, naturally your energy is being lost out. That's why you become soul or jiva. When you are in the state of jiva, you can never say that there is no deeper. Understand? So, when you are in the lower state, in the form of individual soul, because you are now thinking that I am separated from the Paramatma, no, naturally you will have to reach there. You have to reach there. That's why Paramatma says, Uddhared Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadet Atmai Atmano Bandhu Atmai Vipuratman in the 6th chapter. That's why in the 15th chapter also, Urdhamulam Adasyagam Aswadham Prahurayam Chandamsi Yasyapanani Yastam Veda Sadaved. What does it mean? See, a person who goes above at the root of the Brahman, he will be never reborn again. There is no question of samsara. When he comes down only, he will be having this tree of samsara that will live last forever. So the samsara tree has got two qualities, When you reach above with this pranayama, there is no question of second day. You don't have any tomorrow. This samsara tree will be vanished now itself. But if you don't go upward, naturally you will be so good for rebirth. So that samsara tree will be forever. Ages together, even for yogas together, that will be continued. So he is always stressing only to do this pranayama and get energy. Without getting energy by doing pranayama, you don't have that much knowledge. Without getting that much knowledge, you cannot understand. In the 4th chapter, Paramatma says, Nahi jnane sadusam pavitra mihavidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmanividyate. What does it mean? What does it mean? Nahi jnane sadusam pavitra mihavidyate. There is nothing equal and pious to this wisdom or jnanam. That you have to attain or achieve by means of tat swayam. Personally, you have to achieve this knowledge by means of yogam only. That is told in Bhagavad 4th chapter. Is it my version? Is it my version?
But other questions is there.
Yes, you can ask any question.
We always perform the worships of Guruji.
Huh?
Always we perform the worships of Guruji and Avatar, and after that, it is necessary for us to perform the God.
There is no necessity. You see, when you reach the goal, where is the question of walking? Until and otherwise you have reached the goal, you have to walk, There is a gap between the goal and yourself. Then for that only, La Paramatma says, Tadidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanta te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Let us not tell the first Advaitam. When you understand about Advaitam, first of all, you should know that where we are. We are below. When we admit that we are below, you have to go upwards. You have to go upwards by what? What process? Only by means of pranayama. Without doing pranayama, without acquiring knowledge, you can never say that I am Brahman, there is no question of Guru or God. Until then they are there. Guru is there, Brahman is there, Paramatma is there, and your process is there, and you have to admit that you are still a jiva, individual soul. Yes, any question? Anybody? Please.
So Guruji, I was kind of wondering all the time that let's say that people, what they would do in next 10 days. God knows that what he or she is going to do in the next 10 days, right? Because he is Antaryami, he knows all this.
Yes.
But if a bad person wants to do good, he will not have the end that is predicted next 10 days.
That is what is good and bad, first of all we should know.
No, but what I'm trying to say here,
Yes.
if Duryodhana wanted to, become good person,
Yes.
then how he would have killed him because he became good person. Now he's not following what
That
God
is
has
to
written
say,
for him.
for every individual, so there is a tendency, that is called swabhavam. There is an individual tendency that we call in Vedanta, it is called swabhavam. Swabhavam means that individual tendency has been carried out since so many previous births. Because of that previous tendency only, even though he knows the fact, even Duryodhana knows that Lord Sri Krishna is Paramatma, but he could not follow him. Why? Because of his individual tendency. That is there in even 18th chapter also. Swabhavajena kaunte nibaddha svena karmana kartumna yechish yanmaha karishish avasoptatte. See, because of this individual tendency, he can never overcome the tendency. And you have to, if you want to overcome the tendency, you have to increase your energy. Energy by what? By doing what he told, that's nothing but pranayama.
But let's say that he does pranayama.
Yes.
And he changes course and he said, I'm not going to fight you
You
anymore.
do, okay.
Still Bhim has to kill him because it's predicted that Bhim will kill him.
Everything, see, prediction in the sense, because when you are not doing any effort, when you are not doing any sadhana, then it is predicted. A person who is not doing sadhana, naturally there will be prediction. There will be prediction in the sense, you have to do like this, you have to die like this. Most of the people will be dying at what particular time, like that you can predict it. But when you are doing that because you are becoming a Paramatma, there is the question of telling them about the prediction of the previous birth or the coming birth or anything, even next day also, there is no use of knowing about the prediction. You can, because of individual tendency, you can never prevent the tendency, that prediction.
So if he had changed, if it is like, okay, if he does pranayama and he changes the course and he said, I'm not fighting,
yes,
then Antaryami will not know what will happen in 10 days later.
Okay.
I mean, that's not my question. But if Antaryami knows, right, that 10
he knows.
10 days later he will be dying.
Antaryami knows everything.
But he's doing pranayama now, so
Which
he's
one?
changing now.
Which one?
No, let's say that Yogam started pranayama.
Okay,
right?
let him.
Now he's changing. He said, I'm not fighting. It means that we will not kill him that day. Means I cannot, even as a god, I will not know what will happen 10 days later.
Say, theoretically it is okay, but Duryodhana has not got much devotion to practice this Yogam, that is what Arjuna was doing. Because of his previous births, this thing, bad samskar, because of bad samskar only, even though he hears about Bhagavad Gita in front of, even if he stays by the side of Arjuna and hears about this Bhagavad Gita, he can never practice and proceed further because of his bad tendency of his previous births. Theory is okay, that's why what I am saying. Theory is okay, everybody can get that state. But how can you proceed further? I have given initiations to so many thousands of people. How many people are doing the same state of, getting the state of knowledge? That depends upon their individual effort. That individual effort again depends upon his tendency. In this, that is called Swabhavam. See, in the third chapter, so please hear me. In the third chapter, Arjuna asks Sri Krishna one question. Adha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichhapnapi varshe bhaladivani yoja. That is a good question for everybody. To know about the world, he has asked that question. Adha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. What is that something is instigating me to do wrong things? Even though I know that it is bad. I know that it is bad, but something is provoking me to do the wrong things. What is that? Understand? Adha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha anichhanapi. Even though he doesn't want to do that, baladivani yoja, he is forcibly doing that sin. What is that? What is the reply given by Lord Sri Krishna? You know? Kamayesha, Krodhayesha, Rajoguna, Samadham, Mahasana, Mahapapa, Vijjena, Mahavairunam. That is, there is a character, quality that is called Rajogunam. That Rajogunam is there with everybody. That Rajogunam is provoking everybody to do karma, even though he knows that he should not do. Kamayesha, Krodhayesha, Rajoguna, Samadham. The kamam and the krodham, the desire and the anger, they are the responsible, they are the roots from the Rajogunam. So unless you remove that, annihilate that Rajogunam, you can never stop doing all these bad karmas. To remove that Rajogunam, in the 6th chapter, Paramatma clearly says, nobody is understanding this. Prasanta Manasamhyanam, Yoginam, Sukumattam, Upaitis Santarasum, Brahmabhutam, Kalmasham. This Rajogun will be pacified. It will be removed only by doing pranayama. Prasant Manasamyenam Yoginam Sukhamattam. This yogi will get the state of Uttamam, the topmost bliss, and Upayati Syandaras, then only his Rajoga will be pacified. Brahma Bhutam Akalsha, he will become pure Brahman. So every practical difficulty is asked by Sri Arjuna and practically told by Lord Sri Krishna. Any common man can have question, but that question is already told in Bhagavad Gita between Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna. We need not search for any answer. Answer is already there. Only thing is, you have to search the answer through means of Guru, by means of a Guru and your process of doing pranayama. Bhattacharya ji, any more question?
God bless.
Are you convinced with the subject or not? Okay, you're totally satisfied. Only thing is you have to learn pranayama.
Guruji, I have a question.
Yes.
When Rakshasa demons, Rakshasalu,
Demons.
they do lot of meditation.
Bad karma. Meditation.
About God. Some of them they will go and see the God in Kailasam and
Who is that God?
any God they will go.
Whatever the form they are praying, they will get that God and get blessings of the God also.
Yeah.
Yes.
In spite of getting blessings, why the tendency of behavior continues?
He is continuous because he is given them not. That's what I am telling.
They shouldn't get.
There is a tendency of devilness. He will never try to know the real Brahman. He will always try to take revenge on the people. So with that mind, when he continues this japa, this yogam or anything, his brain will be continued like that only. See, this yogam is only to increase your energy, mental energy. That energy should be modified in such a way it should be turned into wisdom. Otherwise it is not turned into this wisdom. Naturally this energy will be otherwise utilized. See, if a thief does this pranayama and get energy, and if he is not convinced with the Vedanta told by Guru and other scriptures, his mind will be always working on the theft and way. If thief, when he does this thing, he will become Gajadonga. Gajadonga means an ordinary thief will become a well-trained donga because of his energy. So there are two things, you should get energy by increasing your this pranayama, by doing this pranayama, and whatever the energy you are getting, you have to mold it in a smooth way. That is jnanam. That jnanam should be taught, should be learned from a guru, from the scripture. Without doing that, that's why in 12th chapter Bhagavad Gita says, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat, jnanat jnanam vishishyate, jnanat karmaphala tyagam, tyaga shantaram anantaram. That is there in 12th chapter. So, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. Before doing anything, you have to know something about Vedantam. See, what all the told in the Vedanta told in scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, everything, and what told by the Guru also. You have to learn first, simultaneously to practice this.
So without knowing jnanam,
No,
if you learn the yoga also not enough.
yes,
You will
and
misuse your energy.
without knowing knowledge, you can do yoga more, What is provocating to do sit more hours? When unless you have filled with knowledge in your brain, that will never provocate you to sit more. If you want to do more yogam, you should get two things. One is knowledge and the other is blessings of Guru. For blessing of Guru and knowledge also.
So what is the definition of Tagore?
What is that?
Definitions of Tagore, tag.
Tag.
Karma follows tag.
Tyagam, you mean?
Tyagam.
Tyagam. Definition of tyagam. See,
What?
tyagam means I will tell you. You have done one karma. And that you have to face that karma phala one day or other. Either in this birth or in the next birth also, you will have to face that karma, phalam. So what is Tyagam means, see, when you are doing pranayama, you are going inside and upwards. That will cause you the antarmukham. Antarmukham, Antarmukham means going inside. So when your mind is going inside, who is going to face that karma phala? Who is going to face that karma phala? Who is going to face? Is it mind or body? What is that?
There arise one question there.
Huh?
There arise one question there.
No. My question, please answer. Karma phala, when he is facing, that has to be faced by two things. One is mind and there is body.
Mind.
Mind only. When the mind is going inside, who is going to face that karma phala? Body. So let it go. See, there is a tamarind fruit, There is a tamarind fruit. Ripened tamarind fruit is there. And for that fruit, there is a pedicle inside. And rest of the fruit is it is away from the rest of the fruit, skin. So there is no connection with the fruit and the skin, only except at the pedicle, at the starting point. When you pelt a stone, which will be affected. If you pelt a stone, that will affect the skin, but not the
Inside.
Not that the fruit proper inside.
It depends on how fast.
No, please. It won't be affect the fruit inside. So like that, a person, a yogi who is doing this pranayama, when he is facing the karma phala, is already separated from the skin, that is from the body. He is here only, so he will never face the karma phala. That is called karma phala tyagam. Tyagam, by coming outside and saying tyagam is no use, it is quite meaningless also. Is it not? Tyagam means whatever, even there is another thing, when you are doing karma itself, your mind should not be there. That is they told in Bhagavad Gita. Yukta karma phalam chattva shanti mahapnoti naishtikim. Buddhi yukto jahate ube sukha. Yani he is doing karma without the mind. So there is no question of karma phala also. He himself getting rid of this karma phala in the beginning itself. In that way, Lord Sri Krishna, he did karma. Ame bardhaste kartam trishlokeshu kinchana nanamaptam avaptam vartayevacha karmane. He was like that only. He is never touched with his karma. That's why he is called Askhalita Brahmachari. He is a Brahmachari inside, but he begot so many thousands of children. That is karma phala tyag. Any more ladies, please? So I am very happy you are following these Vedanta. Anybody? By seeing your smiling faces, I can understand that you are more interested in trying to learn this also. Okay.
Pranam Guruji, as you said that, pranayama does affect.
Yes.
It can take care of the bodily things also.
Definitely.
So if I'm suffering from migraine
Yes.
or diabetes.
That will go on within minutes, If you practice this pranayama, migraine is nothing. Of course, diabetes will take some time to get it out. But all this, not only diabetes or migraine, any disease, saptadhatu mayam deham agna raje dhruvam vyadhayastasya nashyanti chetakadade kastada. There is one Upanishad that is called Swata Satara Upanishad and Yoga Sikha Upanishad. Our body is made of saptadhatus, When you make your body with yoga and stubborn and stud, there is no question of disease and death also. You can conquer death also. That is there, not theory. You can practically experience from the day one onwards. Because of Agni, all these diseases are due to lack of energy. When there is insufficient energy, your body is filled with all these impurities, mainly excess water, fat and whatnot. So if you do this pranayama, your migraine is only due to accumulation of the impurity. I myself is a patient of migraine. My family is migraine patients. In the beginning, 40 years back, not now. Due to that migraine also, I used to wear spectacles also. That was gone with the wind, long back.
So can you show us the method how to do that?
I will show. First of all, you should, whether you are thorough with the, convinced with this, what I told you is not, first you tell me. Then only I will show. If you are so interested, I will teach now itself. I will give initiation, upadesha now itself. But the thing is, if you got any doubt, please raise the question. After that, I will initiate.
When you show, we can implement and then we can see the result, like whether
Okay, that's good. That's good. But before entering into that also, you have to know, convince me, no.
First you have to try.
Definitely, that will be there. That is the true aspect of it. Only the real doubts will be clarified by getting experience through this pranayama. But before getting into it, you have to raise some question, because till now your brain worked somewhere to know about God. You have to come back and be pleased with the subject what I told you. This is not my subject. This is told by my Guru and told by Lord Sri Krishna and told by ancient rishis. This is not a new method. So, if you want to get initiated,
I have a question, Guruji. I have a question. People want to know the Yogam, but still they have their own rituals. And
yes,
they have their own...
That is what I am telling. Because there is nobody to tell the fact, daring to tell the fact, most of the people are succumbed for doing rituals. No doubt I am not at all discouraging rituals. But don't try to do alphabets throughout your life. Don't try to do with the alphabets. These are like alphabets, If you want to study further, you have to come away from these alphabets. But all the alphabets will be there during studies also. But don't stick to this writing alphabets. So there is something higher up inside. So if you want to go higher up, you have to proceed by doing pranayama. Rituals are only preliminary. There is one slokam, Agrit Devo Dvijatina, Muninam Vididaivatam, Pratima Swalpa Buddhinam, Sarvatra Viditattam, that is there in Uttara Gita. Agrit Devo Dvijatina. The Brahmins, they will see God in the edge of fire. Agrit Devo Dvijatina. Muninam Vididaivatam. The persons who are practicing this pranayama or anything, they will see God within. Pratima Svalpa Buddhinam, the people with less knowledge, less intellect, they will be resorted to this Pratima. This is rituals. Sarvatra Dvita Atmanam, a person who is doing this and getting enlightened with this knowledge, he will be seeing God everywhere, not only in the fire, not only the inside the heart, and even the idols also. You will see God in the idols and within the heart and within the fire also. You will see God because he is seeing God everywhere. So that depends upon your getting energy. Your mind will be broadened according to your level of energy. After hearing this, so many people think that because you are saying that this is the right method, why can't you initiate to all the people and turn this entire world into something like that? It is impossible.
And one more thing, we always across many gurus, they will give us some mantras, some chantings. And when we take initiation of this, what we have to do? Do we need to stop everything?
See, I will tell you. You have studied. While you are studying, you have crossed 10th class. You have studied 10th class and have entered into intermediate and college. See, when you are trying to study higher studies, will you stick to your 10th class? Because the 10th class teachers told you something, will you stick to them or you will leave them and go upwards? What do you say? So all these mantras, all these things, I am not criticizing. Only thing is, if you want to know the fact, you have to come like this only. There is one slokam in Maitreya Upanishad. Kalla gurudukattu ella karmambaru, majja gurudukattu mantra chayambu, uttamundu yoga samrajyambu viswadabhirama vinuravayama. Did you ever hear about Vyamana? Sri is also Yogiswara. Yogiswara Vyamana told like this. Kalla gurudukattu ella karmambaru. All the people, they will provocate do this, all the external karmas and other things, whatever, rituals and all these things. Majja gurudukattu mantra chayambu. The middle class guru will say that you do chant mantram inside or outside like that. Uttamundugattu yoga samrajyam. The great guru will tell about Yogam only. Did I say? That's told with Vyamana. So these are all related to depending upon your level of knowledge. So many people, when you are in low level, naturally they will be supported for this doing rituals. But don't think that by means of rituals you will go. Never, never, never dream like that. What's time now?
First initiations and then eat, right?
Okay, I am ready. You can.
There is the difference between they want to see and they want to get initiated. We have to understand.
You are already initiated, you are practicing. Why are you going to be getting so many questions? You know? Huh?
No, he never satisfy her.
Huh?
He will never satisfy her. No matter what.
Vidlaji.
All right, Amma, shall we stop live session? Swasti, shall we say Swasti?
Yeah, let's.
Om Swasti Pijabhyam Paripalanyantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahesha Go Brahminebhyas Subhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhno Bhavantu Om Sarve Sukhinos Santu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschitu Bhag Bhavet Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhanuktu Sahviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vadhetamastu Ma Vishavahe Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Krishna Namaha Jai Gurudev.
Thank you. Pictures.